Hey everyone, I'm Jill Duffy for PCMag.com, and this is Get Organized, a weekly series of videos and articles about digital organization. And today we're going to be talking about scanning your old photos. So if scanning your old photos is one of those projects you've put off for a while, I think the biggest thing to know is that learning the tricks for using your scanner and the software that comes with it is probably going to take you the longest amount of time. You'll get more comfortable with it and the process will speed up as you go along, but the very first 2 or 3 times you do it, it might take a little bit longer than you'd expect. To speed things up just a little bit, I'm actually scanning 4 photos at once. I'm selecting the borders of each image, and then the software that I'm using here that came with my scanner is going to help me export those images to 4 separate files. I'm also scanning these at 600 dpi, that's dots per inch, so that I get a very high quality, high resolution image. Now if I want to share them on social media or something like that, and I can use a smaller image that has less resolution, it's really easy for me to export to that. I'm also just going to change my file format to TIFF. That will also help me preserve a higher quality image. All these photos are really just for personal use. I'm not trying to, create a project for the Smithsonian here, so I'm just going to use a simple editing program. In this case, it's iPhoto, which came with my Mac. The 2 tools that I'll use the most are the crop tool and the straightening tool. I'm also just going to start to zoom in and see some of these little problems that I noticed on the image. You see how there's a white spot and what looks like a hair running across the face of this baby. That's actually me. So I'm not really happy with this, and I think it's going to take too much touch-up work, so I'm going to scan it again. I took a clean, dry cloth and I wiped off the scanner bed. I also wiped off the image itself. Now, if you're really interested in preserving your photos, you won't want to wipe your photos. You want to use compressed air to blow away any dust. So let's do another scan and see if it comes out any better. Let's zoom in now on this new scan and see if it's any better. You can already see there's a lot of little artifacts gone. That must have been dust or, pieces of debris, and that hair is gone too. I see a few little spots I want to clean up, and I'm just going to use the touch-up tool because, again, I'm not creating anything special here. These are really just for home use. If you're adept with Photoshop or another high-end editing program, there's a lot you can do to make your photos look a little bit more professional, a little bit cleaner, but I'm not super worried about that. So I'm just going to take care of anything that's sort of glaring to the eye, kind of buzz it out, make it look a little bit neater. The last step for me is always exporting the photo to the file format and size that is appropriate for the project at hand. So if I'm going to be sharing these photos, I'll make it a little bit smaller and then name it something that I can remember. For PCMag.com, I'm Jill Duffy, helping you stay organized. You can email me anytime at jill_duffy@pcmag.com.